So we're finally here. We're finally getting a release date for Rell Seas. And you might be thinking that's not that big of a deal. Games drop release dates all the time. But when you've been following a game for this damn long, damn near feels like 2 years. I think it's like 1.5 or something. You start to, you know what I'm saying, feel some type of way about this. And not only are we getting a release date, we're also getting movie 2. And if you guys don't know what's going to be a movie 2, we'll go over that later in this video. But movie 2 is going to be packed full of a ton of important stuff for the game. Now, real quick, before I get into the new information, I do want to mention I will be streaming movie 2. That's going to be a legendary stream. I promise you don't want to miss that. You want to be there when the information is there. So make sure to tune into the movie 2 stream. I probably live when you're watching this video, to be honest. I know some of you guys have been waiting 6 months, some people over a year for Rell Seas and watching my content for that long. So definitely pull up to the stream if you're one of those people, because this is a big deal for us, I feel like. But let's get into all the information. The first thing we got was from Rell Seas, and he said putting every aspect together when finalizing gameplay takes the majority of the time in development. Some things don't work out while others do, and that's when major changes begin. It is a grand and sublime experiment for a small percentage of developers to undergo. My fault, I just realized he said experience, not experiment. Man, I cannot read, I'm gonna be real with y'all. But he also put a picture of ores and him fighting ores. This is on a base plate, as you can see in the map. There's nothing on it. It's literally just like a few pieces of mesh buildings. But this is a pretty big deal, just that image alone. That probably or hopefully means we are gonna be getting to actually see the ores boss in game. I mean, if they're gonna show a boss fight, this is definitely the boss in my opinion to show. I can't really think of many other bosses off the top of my head. I mean, if I am thinking about it though, if you look at the thumbnail for movie 2, you see Kaido there, so maybe we're gonna get to actually see a Kaido boss. That would be really cool in my opinion. But shit, if we get Kaido or ores, I'm not complaining. I want both of those. But I do want to talk about what he said. He said the majority of time in game development is finalizing gameplay, and I think that does make a lot of sense, or just going off of what he's saying, because it did take 8 months between movie 1 and movie 2. And in movie 1, the game looked, obviously it was buggy and it wasn't complete, but it did look like relatively finished. But I guess according to what he's saying, just that final bit and polishing everything does take the longest time apparently. And that's probably because, like he said, they probably had to rework some systems that didn't work, which is, like I said, some of the systems in movie 1 might be different now. We'll just have to see. Hopefully they talk about some of that stuff in movie 2. But you guys might be wondering, when will we actually get movie 2? Well, yesterday he said, "I'm sad to inform you that I must got eat. I've been slaving away on my chair. All you could wait is another 41 minutes plus 24 hours. So basically what he's saying is we're getting it, I believe, about 1 p.m. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I'm on West Coast. I don't know what time it is exactly for East, but I think it's 1 a.m. and I know it's 11 a.m. for West Coast. My dumbass just looked it up. It's 2 p.m. How could I have been further off? That was like the max amount of distance. I'm tripping, my fault. Now, with that being said, I will try to go live a lot earlier than that, because I'm sure a lot of you guys aren't that caught up on all the new Rell Seas stuff, or you just haven't seen movie 1, for example. So I'm gonna try to go over all the important stuff so you guys know exactly where you're basically caught up for movie 2. It's kind of like a new anime episode or something. So basically pull up, I'll catch you guys up on everything, and then you'll know what to expect in movie 2. Obviously I can't make this video a million years long like I can the stream, so I will go over the important stuff in this video, but not everything, obviously. Now, probably the most important thing is what is actually confirmed for movie 2. Now, they did tell us this a long time ago, so hopefully they didn't forget about it. They said Devil Fruit ability combat, sword ability combat, hockey, bosses showcase. So like I said, they'll probably show ores or Kaido or somebody. And then in that same tweet, they said movie 1 was to showcase in-depth systems. So I'm pretty sure movie 2 is going to be a lot more flashier and a lot more eye candy than movie 1. Now, for being for real, this tweet is old as hell, so I wouldn't be surprised if we did get some extra stuff, because they probably added a lot since then. We'll probably get some of the depths, for example, shown in movie 2. Actually, no, they did confirm that, I'm pretty sure as well. I put that tweet up on as well. Real quick, this is SwiftDFG editor here, and I did just realize there was supposed to be a movie 3, I'm pretty sure, where they showed full-on progression, but that never happened. So I'm thinking we might see full-on progression in movie 2. Not 100% sure, but I think that might happen. I mean, when they initially tweeted that, they didn't even show any Devil Fruit ability combat like they did in the devlogs. They didn't show hockey like they recently did, so I would expect to see a lot more than just that, but maybe it would just be that, who knows. And now, a lot of people complain crazy when they went into detail in movie 1, but I do hope they still do that to an extent. For example, hockey, we need to know if this is going to be an in-depth hockey system or it's very basic, because I feel like the details here are very important. Nah, I swear if we just get like a small clip of them activating hockey or using it instead of them actually going in detail on the system, because y'all complained about them yapping, bro, I'd rather have the yapping than no yapping at all. What are we talking about? When people were initially complaining, they did say in movie 2 they'll have a lot of dubstep and Devil Fruit and sword abilities instead of, you know, going in depth on the systems, but we'll just have to wait and see. And by the way, if I didn't say it, the most important thing is the release date is coming in movie 2, if that wasn't obvious. obvious. But I do want to talk about how long movie 2 is going to be. I don't expect movie 2 to be quite as long as movie 1 because I believe they might have said that in a podcast before because people were complaining about how long it is. But that's not that big of a deal because movie 1 is literally an hour and 5 minutes long. So if it's anywhere close to there, that's still a lot of content. One clue we can kind of use to determine the length would be that the rendering time is 41 minutes. So it should be relatively long, somewhere similar to the hour range. If you look at the bar, it barely is any progress too. So it's definitely long. Pause. That sounded crazy, but I'm not going to lie. I would probably expect it to be around 40 to 50 minutes long. Obviously that could be wrong, but that's just my best estimate considering they've said it's going to be a lot less yapping and whatnot in this one, so it's probably going to be a bit shorter. Oh, and also I did forget to mention, speaking of hockey, they did say that Conker's Hockey isn't a Game Pass, and then they said that's the stupidest thing I've read in a long time. And I'm not gonna lie, that would be hella dumb, but realistically a lot of Roblox games probably would do that. But for the type of game Rell Seas is, for those that don't know, you could literally pick your race. There's no spin system, at least yet, that we've seen. It would be so dumb and so random and out of place for it to be a Game Pass. But hopefully they give us way more information on all of that in the actual movie. Like I said, this is gonna be a legendary stream. You're gonna be like, I was there, I remember movie 2 when I watched it on SwiftDFG stream and I was there. My fault, not SwiftDFG, SwiftDF Go. Oh my god, that was such a cool stream. Nah, but for real, if y'all are interested in more Rell Seas stuff, make sure to like and subscribe button. It does a lot for the channel. I'm telling you, it'll be moving mountains when you guys do that. And also make sure to pull up to the stream if you're interested. Thank y'all, love y'all, later.